the Roy Kent character, I've got Brendan Hunt here on the Rich Eisen Show, played by Brett Goldstein, is one of my favorite characters. And I'm not saying this because you're here and you're part of birthing it. And it is truly one of our favorite characters. I include everybody here ever created. And I truly mean that. I just think everything out of his mouth is hilarious or poignant. And there's hardly anything in between. And how did you get hooked up with Brett? And is this all him? Is that all him? Roy Kent? Is that all?
Yeah, I mean, he's a big chunk of it. I mean, how Brett got the part is its own great little story. He was a writer on the show, first and foremost, and that was going to be it.
Okay.
But he had to leave early because he was the showrunner on his own show on AMC called Soulmates, and so he left. With still like a month or so left of the writers' room. By that point, we were starting to cast some of the characters. We'd cast Higgins, we'd cast Rebecca, and we're starting to look at Roy's. And Roy, we can get into this separately, is based on a real Roy, this guy Roy Keane, this legendary hardscrabble midfielder from Ireland. And we were seeing guys in that sort of macho, vein.
Yes.
On his way out the door, Brett filmed himself doing the Roy audition scenes. And he sent it to Bill Lawrence with the most humble, typically Brett, apologetic email. Like, hey, I think I could play Roy. I filmed these scenes. If you think it's, pardon the language, but that's what he said. We never have to talk about it again. Mm-hmm. And they watched them that day before I got there. I was late for whatever reason. When I got in, there was a buzz about the place. I'm like, what's happening? Brett filmed himself as Roy. And I mean, truly, I was like, oh yeah? Good for him. Fire it up. And it was so clear right away. Like, oh no,
that's him.
Brett's Roy.
Yeah.
This is great. So yeah,
he had the gravelly voice down too. He had that whole thing down too.
It was not yet as gravelly as it would become.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But he had the timing, he had the pain, he had the comedy. He's a very, very talented man, and he just happens to have finally found the exact right part to bring that out to the world. Because
there's a Twitter account. Do you run at the AFC Richmond Twitter account too?
No, I have nothing to do with it.
Okay, because there's I think there's some actual stuff, original stuff that he's in. I've seen it on this Twitter account. Maybe is it on the Lasso account? Maybe I'm missing it. Where he's playing Roy Kent and he's doing interviews and they're outtakes and hilarious. They're brilliant.
They have us film. They'll take us on a Sunday during filming, and film the next 8 months worth of social media content. That's stuff they write for us, and then it starts rolling out now.
It really is brilliant, all of it, and just makes you think. When the credits roll, you sometimes sit there and you're disappointed the show's over, but it leaves you there thinking about stuff. It truly is amazing. Brendan Hunt here, again, co-creator, co-writer. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.